I'm kicking in your front. Great peeping in your drapes. Rob making the plate in the back. T-Hall Podcast. T-Hall Podcast. T-Hall Podcast.
T-Hall Podcast right now.
Yeah.
Freestyle till we figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talking like we in the streets,
Yeah.
about Miami, period.
Yeah.
All right, you got something different, man. Yeah.
Got a Carol City legend, Jarrell Thomas, Baby Huey. To most of y'all, shit, he OG to us, man, under the hat. We got all kind of names for him. So, I don't know, let's talk a little about on the real.
Man, on the real, Carol City, it ain't just about my neighborhood. It's about Miami, period. The lifestyle, period. Because we all heard the same stories, different plays. At the end of the day, man, what's real is real. You get it? It used to be an honor to be from Miami.
Yeah.
It used to really be an honor. I'm just saying the way when I came up, the ways I learned the streets, the way I learned everything by being incarcerated. Whatever situation I put myself into, I always say, hey, man, you make your bed hard, you need to lay in it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate y'all for calling me on the podcast and a lot of different things, which I know it'll open up a lot of doors. I'm really trying to do a movie. It ain't just about me. What I mean by that, that's why I came up with the logo, the man under the hat.
Yeah.
That means for many men. It ain't no one set person, one set CEO to run nothing. That means many men. That's just the umbrella. See, what we missing is unity. We all talk about the struggle, single parent mom. We all talk about what hood supposed to be hard. We all talk about, it's the same thing, whether it's from New York, whether it's from Chicago, whether it's from Atlanta, whether it's from Alabama, or just say Seattle, Washington. It's the same thing. But back to being an honor, the reason why I say it be an honor to be from Miami, because you had to go through transitions. You had dudes we went to school with, I went to school with, and we used to walk home from school. Some of them, they had mothers, they were single parent, but they were doing good. They just wanted to hang with the boys.
Yeah.
But the boys say, man, you know your old girl gonna be tripping? Not become telling him that because he green or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. We all respected his mama, or vice versa if it was his daddy.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Now, after 30 years, almost 30 years later coming home, I'm like, whoa, man, we on some groupie stuff.
Yeah.
We really on
When
some
you say
groupie
we,
stuff.
when you talking Miami in the whole?
Yeah, Miami in the whole.
Yeah.
See, when I speak, I ain't just gonna speak about my hood. It's Miami in the whole because I go back, I talk to a lot of different people. You see how I'm in action, Jumbo. I don't care where we go. We go to Palm Beach.
Yeah, you
Be at one of the trick shows and jump right off the stage. I'm in the crowd talking to somebody.
Right.
Because, I did a lot of prison time, so I know all walk of people, all walks of life of people.
Right.
And
Let's
and it's
talk
a
about that a
respect
little
thing.
bit. What year you fell?
I fell in 1993, March 21st.
Yeah, what Miami was like in 93.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you this. Miami went like in 93, boy, look here. Everybody got to get searched.
Yeah.
When I mean everybody got to get searched, I don't care who you ran with.
Yeah.
Boy, you getting at that bag, boy, it's somebody on your trail.
Yeah. Everybody was tough.
Everybody was tough.
Yeah.
You need to get them off you, boy.
Yeah. How long you was incarcerated?
I was incarcerated 28 years, 9 months. When they grabbed me out of Virginia.
Yeah. And what that was like in Virginia?
Hey, man.
In 93, that was like the New Jack Swing era, right?
Man, all 52 states.
Yeah.
You get, like, when New Jack City came out, that's why I got this crack is whack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it ain't about the shirt, but it just was swinging in any state.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? One thing, when I say Miami, it was an honor to be from Miami. It's 52 states in the United States, right?
Right.
Boy, it's a Miami nigga somewhere around.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Okay, so that's why I said
Yeah.
it was like that. Because we embrace people. Cause at the end of the day, it was about that bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of us went to Atlanta. I liked Atlanta. But I just think I couldn't feel it because it was more like some deep undercover shit. Like,
Yeah.
it was just too much. The Red Dog did. Then you got the Atlanta dude beefing with the Miami dude. Then you ain't even had to do nothing to nobody. It was because of that wave.
Right.
Because of what happened in their city. You know, I could go and name names and all that, but they know who I'm talking about when they see them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
So where you was at in VA?
Oh man, I was in the zone. I always call Portsmouth the zone.
Yeah.
But I fucked with Norfolk too. But in on Virginia Beach, that way you lay your head at. But you know, I circled that a little bit, but mostly when I circled, it was in Portsmouth and Norfolk.
And that time in Virginia, music was getting big with like Teddy Riley. Them, you
Okay, yeah, like Teddy Riley, Teddy Riley had that just, from what my understanding from the word on the street, Teddy Riley had just got a big check from Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson gave him a gift, $1 million and a bunch of cars, or he bought a bunch of cars, somewhere like that, because his brother used to ride around in the cars and be stunned, and you know what I mean?
Right.
And all that there. Then Virginia was like, how I'm gonna make how you can understand it a little more. Virginia was like the Atlanta. See, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody from New York, they came down to Virginia because they had the Greek Fest. It was like, you know, like the Freaknik and all that.
On, yeah.
That's how it was. Norfolk State Homecoming. So, you know, they was there.
Yeah.
You get it? It's like, it's so many women were there. It was like, man, it was unbelievable. It was like, I couldn't even remember their names.
Yeah, in that era, they ain't never make you want to invest in music.
I'm going to tell you, yeah. See, yeah, they wanted me to do that, right? But at the time, I was like, man, that shit green as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, shout out to my dog, Coach Cheeks, them boys out of New York. You know what I mean? Dre, Eastwood, Banner, my dog Hitler. But my main man was Drake. He was in the wheelchair. Real good, solid dude, boy. You know, he was my main man. You know, like, we all hung out, but we all had, like how me and you kick the bobo, we might go somewhere, but it ain't no ratchet stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we might go some players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some high-end shit.
Yeah. You know, like that there. So with that being said, when the music game came along, Coach Cheeks, before he got his record deal, he was like, and we used to always hang at the spot called Shirt King. So, you know, when we was hanging out, you know, they do graffiti, they do rhinestones, you know, they do it all. It's just like Space Camp.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? The boy.
Everybody hanging.
Yeah, or we might go to, now it's a dice game now.
Yeah.
Now it's a dice game. We gambling. It's a lot of bags in there too, boy.
Yeah.
So a lot of egos on the line. So by me being from Miami, how I could say it, By me, this how I really started, how I really met them. We was in me and my little homeboy, we was in a military circle. So we go tear the mall down, you know what I mean? We had a different kind of swag than the New York got. You get what I'm saying?
Bro.
Our swag was way different. Don't take nothing from them. They got some mean swag, you know? Like, you know, the boys out of Harlem, the boys out of Brooklyn, the boys out of Queens, you know. It was a bunch in every little circle in their group.
Right.
So me and my homeboys, we go in the mall. So, you know, we buying we got everything in the mall. Every shop we got something out of there. You know, not at no one time, but the mall was where it was at.
Right.
You could meet your female, you could do whatever. So when we go in the mall, I never forget it, we was in Champs. So while we in Champs, I'm talking to my homeboy, and I was talking to the little sales rep at the time. And, you know, I'm throwing my little flavor, you know, shooting my little flavor and stuff. Boom. New York boys was already in there. So I knew of them, but one of them I used to talk to all the time before I got to talk to the rest of them was this boy named Disco. Big Disco, because when we used to be cutting through, you know, the little project, Disco used to be messing with this girl named Kim. And she had a sister named Buffy that I used to be hollering at, you know, because she really the one that be said and done. She really the one gave me the ropes all through
Yeah,
there.
to run around the town.
Yeah. So that's how so me and Disco was in there. You know, we salute each other. We ain't conversating. It's the same way when we was in Champs. You know, so you know Dre come through. Then before he got in the wheelchair, you know, he come through arrogant, which, you know, he a beautiful person once I got to know him.
Yeah.
So the girl just asked him, hey, he say, man, I need me a hat to match my Arachi. They had some Arachis out that came out where you put on your sock, you come in the shoe, you put all that on. So it was a little green and white color, you know. So she said, this will go nice with your shoes and your fit. She gave him a University of Miami hat.
Yeah.
So he screamed, man, fuck Miami. Man, we look, all I say, nigga, fuck New York.
Yeah.
So now it's a stare down. Now everybody going up under they, you know, all my crew, they bringing it out.
Yeah.
They ain't care nothing about the mall, nothing. So me, I'm like, my nigga, man, nigga don't see none of you New York niggas, man. It could be whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we can leave here whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that when Disco stepped, nah, JJ, let me holler at you.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, Disco, man, you know, that's a form of disrespect.
Right.
Nigga ain't say nothing about no New York.
Yeah.
But we could stand on it. So Disco like, nah, man, JR, you know, we go to talking, we men, but we young too now.
Yeah, how old you was at the time?
About 20, maybe 21, 22, maybe a little less than that. You know, when that was going on, I was up there for about like 8 months. So really when I came up there, it was wintertime. So when me and them had the discussion, it's summertime.
Bro.
Right? So we had to talk it out. And then they were like, man, y'all, let's just hang out. Let go, man, get, you know. So we like, all right. So, you know, like me, I'm like, okay, let it ride. So, man, we like, man, we're going to meet up at this club called Royal Blue. At this time, I'm like, man, I ain't even hanging out. I'm just focusing on that bag.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So like, man, so we all go in the Royal Blue. They coming up, you know, everybody in there, you know, they flashy. We low key flashy. You get what I'm saying? We like, we got on Dickies. They looking at our Dickie saying, "Oh, y'all got on housing authority uniform. Y'all work for the hood people."
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking at, that's what the females used to be saying in enforcement and all that there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, check this out.
That's just the Miami fit.
This is so I'm like, hey, don't get tricked by this little hood, this
Yeah.
little hood outfit on it. Some of them might have, like I used to have like, some say Elmer coat.
Yeah.
Then I might have a green Dickie say Texaco.
Yeah, like the work shirt.
Yeah, like it work all jumper and all that.
Yeah. But you hustling at the time, so you ain't trying
like
to be
a
fresh.
madman.
Yeah.
Like a madman. Hey, so when we got together, we all in there. We chilling like players, and we talking. So we like, man, hey man, where the waiter at? The waitress. I'm like, man, I can't think of the lady name, but she come out, because it been many years, but my memory ain't that bad, but I think it was Cookie or something like that. It was Cookie. So she come out, how y'all doing? What's up? I'm like, look here, baby. Hey, boy, we want 4 bottles of Dom Perignon. We want 6 bottles of Moet. And we want 3 bottles of Piper.
Piper.
Piper was like a champagne. It was like an upper grade of like Dom Perignon, but like in the mix of Dom Perignon and all that there, and Moet and all that. Yeah. So, reason why I knowed about it from going to Strawberry was when Luke had it.
Yeah.
So that's why when she like, whoa, woo. I'm like, I don't think we got that much Dom Perignon, but I know we got a lot of Moet. So we like, man, just bring what you got.
Yeah.
So that she brought what she had. We peeled off 1,500. I think it was maybe about, back then, they were $100 bottles or something. We ended up getting off. I ended up, God bless the dead, I ended up getting mad at my homeboy named Frank King, because he took it overboard. And I was like, man, slow it down, man,
Yeah, you finna make us hot.
Yeah. So he ended up getting an extra 500. So I'm like, man, this cat tripping. But everybody got their way of showing some type of, you know what I mean?
Gratitude.
Yeah. So now we popping bottle, plop, 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 plop. They popping bottle, plop. But we all right here. We all around the bar.
Yeah.
Plop, plop. So now we telling, man, look here, Cook, man, give us a bunch of champagne glasses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, toast it up.
Yeah, so now we got the female around. Look, baby, check this out. Get your son to drink. Yeah. You know what I mean? Get your son. We passing out. You know how it go back then. So they looking at her like, at the time, everybody, we got on Dickie, like I say, housing the store, but I got on a pair of Dickies, but I got on me some Bally's.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My homeboy might got on some Bally's. If they ain't got on no Bally, they had on some Timbs. And then, a little few Jordan. My style was always some Bally and some Forces.
Yeah.
Like that. Then them Reebok, them dope boy, them Reebok Classic. Yeah. You go buy 30 of them, pal. You know what I mean? They bend a little bit to the side, get rid of them. But back to the Royal Blue, then it was a dude named Keith coming up. He out of Jersey. I messed with Keith. He was a player too. But Keith, he was a player, but boy, Keith probably got about 30 baby mamas in Virginia, man. Yeah. When I got out, I said, man, I wouldn't mind seeing old Keith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Twan and Rodney. They were good. They were good people. And, we had a great time inside Royal Blue.
Oh.
So it was just basically like Royal Blue was a nice club, but you know how they treat us in 24 and all that there. Right. That's how we go in Royal Blue like that. Right. We don't care what promoter on that door. Right. Man, we coming through there.
We here.
We here. To the man, that's how I found out this man about the Hard Rock. Yeah. Because they had a Hard Rock there like a club.
Well.
But you know what I mean? I'm like, man, boom. But the dude who owned it, Royal Blue, he owned it, the Hard Rock, little white boy, cool dude, Italian boy. But we had some good times in there.
What What was your charges when you fell?
My charge was trafficking, CCE, continuing criminal enterprise, 848, money laundering, like that there. Shout out to that boy Unique. Unique, yeah, he got out. He got him a podcast.
With all these pardons going on from the president, you got let out on any one of them pardons?
No.
Yeah, you did day for day.
Day for day, stand on day for day. You know, like for real, everybody be beefing with me about Trump, but I be like, man, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
What you think about Trump?
Hey, man, listen. See, the rest of them was sheeps.
Yeah.
They already knew what they were gonna do.
Yeah, before they got there.
Yeah, they know which which you got to understand too. Everybody gonna protect what's around them, no matter what position you in, whether it's a president or you at a CEO, 500 Fortune Club company, whatever it is, whatever your circle around you,
yeah, that's who you gonna protect.
You gonna protect.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's why you always hear me when I say, man, it got to be it's a team. Yeah. Ain't no this one person, you know what I mean? It's a group of y'all. It's a group. Hey, man, everybody got to play a part in order to be successful.
What age you start hustling?
Man, age I start hustling.
Yeah.
Hey, man, Vic had her hustling when we were about 7 or 8 years old, man.
And what year that was?
Man, that was back in like 78, 77 way. You know, my old girl, see, this how the movie, it's just like how I went to writing the movie. I went like, Vic is my mama. And, you know, it's a long story with that because she died at a young age, but she taught me a lot. Not just me, all my brothers and sisters.
How many siblings you got?
All together is 6 of us.
Yeah.
I make the 7-1. You get what I'm saying? But it was like every summer we get put out the house. You know, there was the thing.
Yeah.
Mama finna put you behind out.
Yeah, you gotta go find something to do.
You gotta go find something to do. Your sister gotta stay in the house.
Yeah.
She can't find nothing to do.
Right.
So mama tell you, boy, don't touch that door until lunchtime. Yeah. So all of us, you know, was on the block. Like, you know, my homeboy Charles, you know, my homeboy I mentioned Frank King, or my homeboy Dirt, or whoever it may be. You know, we'll go on a block, we'll go on the block. Now we gon', man, what we gonna do? We start walking the lake, throwing rocks in the lake till we'll get all the way down to 27th Avenue, and we might jump in on the bus. We trying to get to Winn-Dixie. See, way Trick got Sunday Eatery at.
Yeah, that was Winn-Dixie.
No, right next to that, it was an Echo Drug. Then right next to that, it was where they got the food, what they would call that grocery store, the Chico got. Yeah. That was Winn-Dixie. Right. In front of them, it used to be a Chicken Unlimited. You get what I'm saying?
So that would be like what Checkers at.
Right. No, Checker wasn't up. Yeah. That just a Winn-Dixie parking lot. Not that Checker you talking about with Ross on. That Checker wasn't up. That was just a Winn-Dixie parking lot. The gas station was right there. And then right next to it, where I think it's a Subway or something like that. That was Chicken Unlimited. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So we're going there once we done hustled up a bunch of, you know, coins, or we'll go inside Winn-Dixie and fix our lunch. Hey, boy, go get the bread. I'm going to grab the Mandate. Yeah. Boy, hey, you go grab the ham. Yeah. Beat us to the bathroom. Yeah. So we go in the bathroom. Now, that little area back there used to be a lunch break for the employees. So when we first pulled on the lick, that's how we were going. Then we like, one day, I'm like, man, I fall off in an employee spot. It was a female back there. So you think, back then, I'm looking like a Chico with curly hair, back then they want to say, I'll be sure look. So you got to fight a nigga 2 times about that I'll be sure look. You know what I'm saying? So you got to fight a bitch 2 times about that I'll be sure look, man. But I wasn't on that.
Yeah.
So I'm backed up apartment flavor. So my homeboy Marlon come up. He got, so when he come up, the girl already people going on. So she's like, man, y'all sit down and eat. Y'all ain't got to do that. We got stuff over. Now we backed up with her. Yeah. We back there eating donuts. We back there with our feet caught up. Like this our store.
She was cool.
She was cool with it.
Yeah.
So then we'll go back out there. This was our sale pit. Hey man, can I help you with your bag? So in order to make you some good in, you go to the cash register, tell the girl, I'm a bag for you today.
Yeah.
I'm a bag for you today. So that's when, the customer come up. Most of it be black moms struggling. They gonna come up and then we go to helping them with their bags. And they appreciated that. They were like, oh, look at you. You're gonna be a good man. Look at you bag. You get a tip here and there. Some will give you 40 cents.
Yeah.
Some won't give you none, but some will give you $2. But at the end of the day, you guaranteed to leave up with a little 50 piece in your pocket and full.
Yeah, to make you something anyway.
Yeah. So after that, once we make our little lick, we gonna go to Woodcote. That was the flea market back then.
Yeah.
We gonna go in the Woodcote. Boy, I got to get me a fresh pair of Chuck Taylors. They were about $15 then.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go get me a pair of white ones. You get what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna get me some black ones. Yeah. That just because you couldn't go wrong with the white ones or the black ones, because that's the school animal model. And the orange one, Carol City. So you know what I mean? So that's how that what made me really start hustling before a lot of other stuff.
Right.
Dang.
In the 80s when the crack epidemic hit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was hustling here, you were hitting the road, like.
Okay, this how the road gang came up. I was sitting in the hood in River City. We had a little wall. We had a little wall where Bucknam used to stay at, and Bill and Craig, they used to stay right there. That like everybody meet up right there, because it was like a house. It was swinging like that there, far as they got something always going on.
Yeah, they beat them.
So I was sitting up there on the wall. So now my homeboy come by. His mama, he was getting in so much trouble, his mama moved him to her sister's house in St. Petersburg. Mm-hmm. So I'm just sitting up there, and I ain't gonna mention his name because he got himself together. He wasn't hustling no more when I came out, and he got a nice little income coming in for what he do, for legitimate stuff.
Right.
But when he got out the car, I'm like, boy, Mook, what's up, Mook? Boy, what's up? So we dapping each other up. And he had a sister, she always talking slick. And she told me, y'all act like 2 faggots. Yeah. Like y'all, man, I'm like, man, get on. Yeah. Get gone. And her mama was like, come on, you get in the car. We finna go around there. We go to his house. Yeah. So he can't wait. Whatever on his mind, he can't wait to tell me.
Yeah.
So his sister going off like, y'all backed up whispering like little 2 girls. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that. Yeah. I'm like, she always like bashing at the boy.
At that time, how old you were?
At that time, I was about 18. I just turned 18. I had just finished from Carol City. So it was the summertime.
No.
So, that was like 85. So, boom, when we get to his house, we go in the back. Now, they had a nice house. It was felt like they would, they had parents with good money. We back there shooting pool. You was all right. You got a pool table back, a big den, all that. So we back there shooting pool. So he like, hey, I'm like, what's up, Moo? He like, hey, man, man, you can get some rocks. I said, what? He said, man, you can get some rocks. I said, yeah. But at this time, to be honest, I ain't know if I could get them or not, but I know where it's going down at.
Yeah, you know who had them.
I know who had them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he was like, man, we got to get some. I'm like, man, you tripping. Yeah, all right. So when he peeled out his money, he peeled out about $500-600. I'm like, okay. $500-600.
A lot of money in the
That's
age.
a lot of money when we were jits.
Yeah.
So now, he got my attention. When they talk about that paper,
Yeah.
yeah, well, what's up?
Yeah.
So he said, you get some? Yeah, I said, yeah, I could get it. I done convinced him I could get it. I said, man, take me on the bow. Go on the bow. We going on in Opelika on the bow. We going on Opelika on the bow.
Yeah.
So when I go on the bow, I see my cousin on the bow. His fat ass hubby, then my homeboy, Don, damn, Huey, what you doing up here? Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, boy, it is what it is. We talking, then I see my partner. He just like family. I call him like my brother because we did so much together and we did a lot of time. I see my homeboy, JB. See, he don't mind me mentioning his name. Johnny Bourne, I see him.
Yeah.
So he handling his business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say, boy, Boogie, man, I need this. He said, give me a minute. He take care. I shoot back over that way. Pat, move.
Yeah.
And we slide off. So I'm like, man, what's up? He said, man, we going to St. Pete. I say, St. Pete?
Yeah.
Now, this is my first time ever going out of town.
Yeah.
So now, boom. He broke me off old ball. One ball now.
Yeah.
He had about 3 balls.
How much the ball cost back then?
Man, that ball was $125.
Yeah.
But that ball had pressure on it. You could blow that thing up
And St.
to
Pete,
$500
and St. Pete made $500 $120 back then.
in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Now imagine, we're going to go back to the story.
Yeah.
I told you I was on the wall, right? I told you I was that broke. Only thing I had on me was a golf T-shirt
Yeah.
and a pair of, back then, corduroy
Yeah.
with some Converse on, with them sagging, thinking.
Yeah.
So his daddy take us back up, though. I'm like, man, how we going to get up there, man? I ain't going no St. Pete, man. Where that's at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He telling me, man, you got to go down Alligator Alley. Like, man, he said, man, my daddy got to go back up there. Because my daddy got to get some, because they were handling some property or paperwork up there or something. So I like, so what you going to do? Man, we finna put that on us. We finna ride with my daddy back up there. We ain't finna say nothing. I'm looking at, okay, if you ain't going to say nothing to your old boy, I ain't going to say nothing either.
Yeah.
So he explained to me what's going on. So we go back up there. When we get this unhouse, now mind you, it's dark. So he telling me, hey man, my old boy finna pull off. When he pull off, we gonna tell my aunt, I'm gonna go down the street to talk to some girl or what. Now, just whatever story he told him. So she going fussing, it's too late. I'm gonna tell you, daddy. And ooh, man, let's slide. I'm like, hey, this is family. Let's slide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we walked through the park. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I was so scared.
Yeah.
But when we walked through the park, this thing looking like the Carter.
Yeah.
This was crack. It looking like the Carter. Now, you talking about some kids that $20 was a lot.
Yeah.
So now, I got my little stone bust down.
Yeah.
So when we walk through it, he already know the ropes. He say something. Boom. All this stone's gone in maybe 25 minutes.
Yeah.
He done made about 900.
Yeah.
So I made like 300 and something. Now, I'm looking like, whoa. So now, see, that's why I try to tell people, you know, it's really hard to come back from something you've been exposed to when it's so good to you. You don't know no better. You get what I'm saying? Like just to have, you know how you have something
No.
and then it snatch you away and then you a kid from the ghetto and everybody always say, oh, you could have did this. You could have did that.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
of us don't have them opportunities.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like what I mean by that, when you see your mama sitting there and she hiding from you the stress, the pressure, all your old boys sitting there and the pressure and all that there. So now you know your mama got pressure on her. So you know, you like, man, I ain't finna ask my mama to buy me no clothes
Yeah,
because it's too
she is
much
already
pressure.
rough. Yeah.
Let her buy my sister them clothes. I can handle, you know, me and my brother like, man, we can handle that, man. Now I'm gonna get me a fresh, long as I got me a fresh pair of kicks,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. So I'm like, Mom, you know, I'm straight. What you mean you straight? You know how your mama don't talk. Boy, you getting something. You know, thanks to my grandma Pearl, she always had my back and the rest of everybody else back. But my brother and them always felt like she favoritism me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I would go over there and if she tell me help her water her plants, I help her. So, you know, a lot of time with older folks, they just want a little time.
Yeah.
And I understand that now because I'm an older dude, so I'm like, damn, everybody gone.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the house by myself, me and the dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but back to what we were talking about, it's hard to get that I don't know how to explain that urge out you. It's like a gambler.
Once you know how to hustle, you know, you
It
can't
just
forget
everything is a hustle
it.
now.
Yeah, you can't forget it.
Yeah, so now I'm ready to go back to Miami.
Yeah, you need more.
It's no question about that part.
Yeah.
So when we get back to Miami, so me and him sitting there talking, I say, boy, I'm finna buy me a Cadillac.
Yeah.
I'm finna go, when I come down the aisle, we gonna give it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was our focus. So when I go back again, I don't see my homeboy Boogie, JB. I see cornbread.
Yeah. At the time, the barrel ran by Rick, so all them like worked for Rick back then.
Hey, well, we're gonna give it to him, yeah.
Yeah.
That was cornbread. You know,
Yeah.
that was his brother. So I see him. Then I see my other homeboy, Kermit. So this how this go. So now I got my 300 and my dog Pat, which is Moot, I got his little money.
Wow.
So when I go in there, it's cornbread and Kermit in there. So Kermit, he but little fat little joker. He act like he finna muscle. You know, it was like a little slight beef, right?
No.
Because I'm out of River City
Bro.
and he out of the Matchbox. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he been in the streets known for burglary, you know, doing wrong,
Right.
but they don't know my credentials. You know, like
Right.
he feel like, oh man, he's a mob. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he gonna tell me, I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, that ain't it. So cornbread, oh man, he talking crazy. I'm like, what? So Kermit like, yeah, nigga, oh, you could get it took. I say, took, what? So I said, know what? Don't even worry about it. Oh, you just took that. You just took that. Yo, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. I left money, everything. Before I got out that yard,
Yeah.
I say, boy, when I come back, it gonna be pressure.
Yeah.
Little fat, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I coming out the yard, that boy seen me.
Yeah.
Boy, what you up here? I tell him, I like, nah, it ain't nothing. I said, but they gonna give me my money. They gonna straighten me my money.
Yeah.
He said, what? I told him what was going down. He said, nah, come on. Let's go back in there. When that boy walked in the room, Everybody eyes this big. I ain't even know how strong he is. You get it?
Yeah.
He say, hey, show me what you got what they gave you. I said, I told him to keep it, the money and all.
Yeah.
So he tell him, hey man, show me what you got. You gave him. So they look around. So he said, man, let me see. So he looked at it. He said, oh, this ain't mine. He grabbed it. He give it to me. Hey, man, you ain't got no check. You ain't got no check. Come back. He called somebody else. Boom. He gave me that.
Bro.
So now I got the bomb, they bomb.
Yeah, that they tried to rob you for.
Yeah, with the wood, with the BS.
Yeah.
And I got a bigger bomb.
From him.
Right.
Yeah.
So now this bomb big.
Yeah.
So now they don't add up to the 900.
Yeah.
So now I done cut it in my draw. Now I'm spooked.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, boy, I done bit off too much. I could chew talking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was like, so when he did that, I told him, I say, nah, man. I said, man, I want to fade him, though.
Yeah.
That was Kermit.
Yeah.
I said, man, I want to fade him. So he was like, damn, little Nuki, you'll fade him? I'll whoop him, man.
Yeah.
He like, yeah, I'll whoop him. He was like, nah, come on, boy. I'm going to tell your daddy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care who you tell, but I told him, I said, boy, if I catch you in traffic, boy, I'm going to whoop you, boy.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah, you tried to rob.
Yeah, so I get in the car, me and that boy Mook slide off. So when we slide off, I'm so nervous. I'm like, boy, he's like, man, what's up? Man, what? I said, man, we'll just get to the house. When we get to the house, I said, I go all yours for what you gave me to get. Boom. It's all me. Look here. Give me 100 for each one of these. Yeah. I got to straighten the people. So I'm thinking I got to straighten them when you know what I mean? Right. Man, that man gave me that, man. Yeah. So when we, back to the same trip, we shoot out of town. Boom. Now this time I'm like, when I come back, I got like 30-something hundred. 30-something hundred, like, boy, I say, I'm rich. Yeah. You know what I mean? I done counted it by 20 times.
How much the Cadillac cost you want it back?
Oh, by a Donnell motor back then, it was like 6,000.
Yeah, you could buy a brand new Cadillac.
Yeah, almost, you know what I mean? So, but I don't do that. What I do is, I say, Mook, boy, we gonna get some Cadillac. He said, yeah, me too. So what I do is, I say, well, I explained to him what was going on, so we end up making some more money. So now, my brother, he working and whatnot, but me, I'm always into something. Yeah. So I go to him, I'm like, bro, look, what? Not like this, and I'm a jitterbug, so, and I'm like, when I count it, it ain't like how we count out, I'm counting 100, 100, 100. I was going so many hundreds, I was like, man, now I'm peeping to make sure, because, at this time, I'm staying with my grandma, because my old boy ain't having it. So I could pull all these kind of stuff with grandma, because the old girl be there, but she going to work at night to do private duty, and grandma back up in the daytime. So it's kind of like a flop thing. So now I'm like, okay, but I had an uncle. Now, he was my main man, but he was on crack. Yeah. But he was one of them uncles that you're going to always love, called him Johnny Dollar.
Yeah, we all got one of them.
Yeah, so I say, boy, I got to hide this from Unc. He always, like he walk up on me always when I'm in the mix. Yeah. And the first thing when he seen it, he said, boy, I'm telling your mama. Yeah. And I'm telling your grandma, boy, y'all done robbed somebody. Yeah. Boy, look, but man, you ain't getting nothing. I grab all my money and put it in my pocket, like, just put it in my pocket. So he like, I don't care who you tell. All right, wait till she come. Okay, wait till she come. So I'm like, man, get out my room. Boom, I shut the door, lock it. I say, boy, I can't hide my money in here. Yeah. I say, boy, he gonna tear this room down.
He will own you.
Yeah. So I go in the bathroom, lift up all the cotton and spread my money out. No lumps.
Yeah.
and spread it out in the bathroom
Yeah.
and put it up. That's how I used to have my money. Till when that stuff started piling up, ain't no more bathroom now.
Yeah, it was hard to have.
Yeah.
St. Pete, the only city you ever been to, hustling? Besides Virginia and St. Pete?
Nah, I done been, I done walked that 95 coast up. I done been to South Carolina, North Carolina, Tallahassee. Boy, I ain't like Tallahassee, Pensacola, all that. I ain't like that over there.
Yeah.
Because, it just was, but the Bird 727, hey, man, that way it was. If I'd have knew what I knew as an adult, even though it ain't like we support drug dealing or whatever, it's about, I would have been so far gone, I wouldn't even have to be involved with that. That's how easy that. Like when Jesus said, man, I made a song, at my grandma's house, and a Fortune 500 company on a prepaid phone.
Yeah.
We ain't had the phones back then. We did, but they were bigger. But it was like that.
No.
Cause they come like, give me 10, give me 100 rock, give me 50, give me 100 pack, give me a 50 pack. So that was new to me. And I'm like, 50?
Well.
I'm like, what? He trying to rob.
Well.
Because, in Miami, they ain't finna say, give me 50 of them.
Yeah, they want to ask for that.
Yeah, so that's how the 50s and the 100 packs came up. But, it started with me when my first going out of town with Jordan. Now, it was Jordan Park, and when I went to South Carolina with my brother-in-law. But he was chasing a female. This when I was a kid. He was really in love with this female. So, and I seen the motion he was going through about, that little puppy love. And then my dog, he was hurt. So I say, damn. So one time, what happened was she came down. When she came down, he was doing, back then, you call somebody out of town, your mama finna be tripping. That phone bill high.
Yeah.
So she done kind of like blocked him off. Make the moral of the story is she come down, boom. He's sealed. But because, everybody used to come to the flea market. Everybody coming to that flea market from Dade, Broward, wherever you from in Miami, you going to come to 183rd Street Flea Market or USA Flea Market on 54. He seen her in a dude car, in a dude Cadillac. And I'm like, man, I see him dive on the hood. And I was like, whoa. I said, boy, I don't want to be in love like that.
Yeah, he tripped.
That nigga holding on the car, get out the car. And I'm looking like, man, I just don't believe this. My dog had, so making a long story short, man.
You fucked South Carolina up.
Nah, the summer was ending, and then she had to go back to school up there because she living up there now.
Yeah.
So, he couldn't make that many phone calls like that because the old girl got him on the monitor, but she understand too.
Yeah.
So she was hoping he'd break out. So one day, I was at my girlfriend's house. Her name was Keisha. I was at her house, and he came. He's like, man, you got to go with me, man. I'm like, go with you? Well, he was like, man, you got to go to South Carolina with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what? Now, in them history books about South Carolina, boy.
Yeah.
I'm
that's my hometown.
Yeah, but at this time,
I don't know.
I'm looking at it like, boy, they hanging, boy, them got to catch you on that road, boy. We might get home, boy. We jitterbug.
It's still like
I'm like, man, hey, man. I say, boy, I love you, boy.
Yeah.
But, boy, I ain't going on that road with you. He like, man, I ain't got no brothers. You got a bunch of brothers, sisters, man. That's just me, man. So he hit me with, I'm like, hey, boy, check it out. So I hit him with this. Boy, you going to have to drive all the way. I say, well, matter of fact, come back and get me by 2 o'clock. Yeah. I said, he'll probably be sleeping. Man, that boy slid up on me, full tank of gas, all type of blankets in the car. Yeah. I'm looking like, man, but he my partner. And, I always, you know, I took friendship to the heart.
Yeah,
You know, yeah, the loyalty part, it's always the loyalty part that get me in some messed up position.
Yeah.
So we end up going on up there. So I'm like, so the girl Keisha like, I don't know why you going with him. Well, I'm gonna tell you, grandma, you shouldn't be going. I'm like, man, be quiet. So I end up going with him. We ride. I'm like, whoa. So when I do wake up, I'm like, man, wait, we at this cold. And now we in South Carolina. I'm seeing the cotton houses like with a lot of cotton, like the little white. That's when I learned about cotton. And if you see a deer, turn your lights off, and then they'll disappear.
Right.
They won't run it. So I'm like, man, hold up, man. So I'm like, you know, man, they probably lions, all tigers and bears. Man, we cannot stop right here, man.
Yeah.
So when we get in there, it's one hotel and a gas station, like, man, in South Carolina.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man. So we end up going to that hotel. So I'm already spooked because I'm seeing all type of white people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at this time, all I used to hear about with a white person was, hey, don't get caught around and they might hang you, this and that. My mom always say, don't mess with no white woman because they going to say you raped when they family fire you. You're going to get, you know. So I always stayed away from all that there. You get what I'm saying? It was like Spanish females, all black female. When you caught a Becky in the hood, boy, look here, you already know you gambling.
Yeah.
Even though she bought with it, you gambling though.
Yeah.
So that's how that went. When I went up there, boom, we hung out. I met a few people. You know, dudes, you know, they were from Broward, because they were like on King Street. So me and the dude were talking. So I say, damn, boy, what a ball there like this? He say, yeah, boy, off a ball, I made 900.
Yeah.
I said, what?
So at St. Pete, you were making like 300-400. Up there, they making 900.
I said, boy, you must be selling BBs.
Yeah.
So I said, let me see how you do it.
Yeah.
So mind you, at this time, he showing me. I'm like, what? He said, boy, that's a dub. And he whamming.
Yeah.
I say, damn. So, you know, me, old Curious George, you know, I got mine in my, you know,
brought one with you.
Yeah, I brought me one with me. You know what I'm saying? Case it pop off.
Yeah.
I got me some money.
Yeah.
And I brought it, I'm like, huh, man, give me 600. I don't want to wait for the 9.
Yeah.
He like, for real? Boom. He hit it. He see where it say real butter on there. So I'm like, okay, boom, I do it. He come back the next day, he give me my little 600. Boy, he like, boy, this what I mean. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, oh, boy, we might could come back up here.
Yeah.
But I'm like, boy, this ride too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, long ride.
Yeah, so that's where a lot of it started. You know, that's why I always used to say to myself personally, growing up in the hood and from being incarcerated, I really didn't get a chance. I know I didn't get a chance to raise my own kids. See, I'm going to tell you how you raise kids. This is how I seen the logic of raising boys. We all figure we tough, whether me, you, or whoever. So I used to say, man, with my sons, okay, you going to have that one little joke in the hood that he going to run through the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
So my thing was, I'm going to win him over. I'm going to win that little jit over because they already growed up with their mamas. So if I can win them over, I know they tougher than my little son.
Right.
But if I put in their mind, hey, check this out. Come on, all y'all, we going to get a haircut. So when I started showing them fatherly love, not trying to come on his mama or nothing like that.
You gonna look out for your son.
Right.
Yeah.
So now when I'm playing reverse psychology.
Yeah.
If they say, come on, we're gonna jump in the stolen car and we're gonna go do this. The tougher one gonna say, oh nah, little you ain't getting in that car.
Yeah, because your
daddy. Your daddy. Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't going. So it kind of like, that's the way, because the kids, they got ways of hiding stuff. And when you do find out, they too far gone.
Yeah, it's too late.
So you got to be able to you got to have mind game out here now. Not back then, but it's a whole different ball game when it comes from 30 years ago to now.
Yeah. In 28 years in the federal system, what all facilities you been in?
I went to Lewisburg, I went to Beaumont, I went to Edgefield, I went to Coleman, Medium, then I went to Coleman Low, then they sent me to the building. I thought I was going to Miami to finish out the rest of my time, but I ended up staying in the building.
Yeah. When you feel your brother fell with you too.
Right.
How much time he caught?
My brother caught a life sentence.
Yeah. Both of y'all came back together.
No, my brother they ended up getting him some play off the 2-point, like, it was something dealing with the sentencing guideline. He ain't never been in no trouble. It's
Right.
just that the crack was 100 to 1, and long as they could prove 50 or more grams, that's how they gave you your time.
Right. We're gonna get into some controversial shit. In your era, I'ma say in Carol City, everybody get on these podcasts. It's from Carol City, and Kenneth Boobie Williams is glorified.
Hey man,
So we want to hear your side, cause I know you one of them ones that you ain't see none of that shit. You was your own.
Yeah, like, I ain't finna get on here and pop it like, oh, Boobie about this. It ain't even about Boobie to me. But man, Boobie, we know what it stand on. Like when I always tell a dude, oh man, fuck that nigga. That nigga a fuck nigga, man.
Yeah.
But when I say a fuck nigga, it's a figure of speech, but I'm meaning it from the heart. But that don't make me say to be slipping.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Basically saying he ain't green, but
he ain't green.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this, he ain't green.
Yeah.
He know I ain't green. But a lineup is a lineup.
But what y'all beef was about?
Well, I don't feel like I ever was beefing with Boobie. Yeah. But I just was feeling like I was just putting something down the way when we had some discussions like, hey man, I don't know how to get nothing taken from me.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Way back when we were kids, we all had hand-to-hand fights and all that. So they already knew what time it was from my side and all that there.
Right.
But as a whole, he was doing what any other player would do to try to get him some money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna leave that as that.
Yeah.
But you can ask me, whatever else.
How you feel about Big Meech? This whole situation with Big Meech.
Nah, I don't even know Big Meech. I heard about him through the joint, but I don't even know him. Because it's a different era, but his brother Southway T, man, them were real cool at Coleman. My thing is this. This is my thing. And this ain't about Big Meech or this ain't. My thing is this. When a lot of time we'll been over for different I ain't gonna even say outsider because he was doing what we were doing, chasing paper. He just got a chance to probably get a bigger bag or know the right people to make a little bigger bag. But, like I always say, hey, man, a lot of that came from robbing too now.
No.
You get what I'm saying? They don't, I done seen from a nickel, like it boys say, from a nickel rock to up.
Right.
But you had to get down for your crown.
Yeah,
it was just a different era, different era, different game. What I'm saying is like with Carol City, a lot of things came out of Carol City. Man, you already had to talk about it. You had people on 95th. You get what I'm saying? 103rd.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they were unknown that were getting money.
Right, yeah.
It never was,
yeah. So it's a lot of people out there. They be talking about Meech. I know a dude, I met him in prison. I ain't gonna call his name.
Oh,
Boy, they had to bow down to that boy when he walked the yard.
yeah.
And I mean, when they bow down to him, I don't mean like he think he better than, you wouldn't even know he was like that there. Because he gonna have on some dirty sweatsuit, a beard that he looked like he ain't got a haircut in 10 weeks. But he was a hell of a player. When they see him, they be trying to have a conversation with him, and me and him used to have a conversation. So that's how I really knew who he was. And I'm like, boy, you need to get you a book, man. You like, man, this and that. Or, speak on what you get what I'm saying? Because I say, really, they paying out here on that. And then they ain't getting us no Purple Hearts. We ain't been in the service where they finna give you a Purple Heart for standing up or who you know or what you get what I'm saying? Right. All this here is really BS because now it's the internet. It's the capping.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody capping. Even the female capping. Right. You get what I'm saying? They're like, when you got you a little woman, you really got to know her. You're going to sit on the phone 6-8 hours. Your mama phone, she going to run you off the phone. You trying for a kid. Bro. Next 4 months, you trying to get a bone in. Next, 2 months, you finna slide in.
Yeah, it's always a problem. Yeah. After 28 years, man, how you see life now?
Man, I'm going to tell you how I was hit with. When I come home, my son mama was there for me throughout the whole 28, throughout my whole entire incarceration. So, I said to myself, man, I ain't doing no wrong. I'm just be chilling and just getting a couple dollars, taking on these side jobs and doing this, doing that. It was mainly, my mind was focused on her to make her feel more better about how I appreciated her loyalty. Right. And you know what I'm saying? How she holded things down without having to be in the streets or whatever she may did. It was always kept within her. You get what I'm saying? Right. So, I came home. I don't even know how to use the phone. I ain't know how to do a lot of stuff. So she walked me through it. Even with the little kiosks, when you get the sodas and all that, I'm standing up for 30 minutes and race, what they call a racetrack, trying to get me a soda with the ice. But I don't even know how to hit the key or nothing. So I'm like, man, I'm looking, I'm like, trying to play it off, but I'm feeling a little agitated about it too. So I tell the dude, I say, hey, man, check this out, man. This might be embarrassing or sound embarrassing, man. Show me how to work that. Yeah. He looked at me like, man, what? Yeah, man, show me how to work that. He's still looking at me. I say, man, check this out. Man, I ain't being funny, man. I just got out of prison for doing 28 years, 9 months. He said, whoa. So he said, nah, bro, this how you work it. Then he go in his pocket and give me 200. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't want your money, man. I got me some money. He like, nah, man. Man, like he gave me the 200. I took the 200. He was like, man, I'm at this church. My wife, I'm a pastor. He went to telling me his spiel. Yeah. So he was like, man, I appreciate, man. If you need help with any kind of thing, like trying to figure it out, just give me a call, man, and I'll show you. So, that's how it was. That's how it really was the embarrassing moment for me. And, getting up. Like everybody in the house sleep, I'm up. Yeah. I'm up. It's 6:30 in the morning. I'm up. Like, man, y'all, what y'all, you know what I mean? I'm moving around.
On jail time.
Yeah. So about a week or two went by, then she jumped up and said, you is not in prison. Yeah. You ain't got to wait the whole house up. So what I used to do is I just go outside and sit on the porch. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And just sit there meditating like, man, what to do next? What to do next? Then, I'm just, she'll tell me, all you want to do is ride down 27. If anybody want to find you, I'm going to catch you on 27.
Yeah, 'cause that was the major highway before you went in.
Yeah, but I'm telling her, leave one thing, but with my mind, I'm saying, hey, I ain't going to get lost on 27.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I know if I stay on 27,
Yeah.
I know I find where I need to go at.
Yeah.
You get it? So after that, there, we were having a good time. We would go out. I come back home. I wasn't hanging out. I wasn't clubbing. I wasn't clubbing or nothing. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just chilling. And, she'll be like, I come in the house, about 5 o'clock. Say, that's how you want to do it. Ride, ride, ride. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that. I just let her talk. She be like, your food in there, this and that and that. Oh, you finna watch the kids. I'm like, kids? But they were my little nephew, which is D. Parker, grandkid, but
Yeah.
she so messed up about her nephews
Yeah.
and he done had a baby and he a working little dude. So, oh, you gonna watch the kids while I'm gonna play my game and you gonna sit there and watch
Yeah.
little Tutu now. I'm like, man, but I said, all right.
Yeah.
I've been and took my shower. It's 5:30. I've been took my shower, kicked up. I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all you want to do. You want to go to bed early, wake up early. I'm like, man, all you want to do is complain. Just lay down.
Yeah.
I don't want to lay down. Okay, cool. I am. Because
Yeah.
I'm in the bed. I'm cooked up,
Yeah.
I'm just chilling. So that went on, and then Deep Parker, Rick, he come to me. Hey, boy, I got to take you out. I got to take you out.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, real ain't going for that.
Yeah.
Because she know me, him the black sheep of the family. So, I'm on some good boy stuff, like she really know that, she always say, whatever you do, you going to put your heart in it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm going to be straight. So to make it go faster, we shot it a few times, but we had them went to 183. I went in there, boy, I'm looking around. It looked crazy in there to me. The loud noise, the everybody, I'm just looking at the females, but I'm like, nah, you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, I ain't, man, I'm ready to go. I'm like, man, it just too much movement for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just was too much movement. I ain't drinking. I wasn't doing nothing.
Yeah.
So, he like, man, you gonna get it together, man. How I got it together, I used to go to Walmart.
Yeah.
I say, go to Walmart? He said, yeah, I used to just sit out there in the parking lot to see the people, or I might just walk in Walmart.
Yeah.
He said, I went to get mine together, walking in Walmart,
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. So, we had some good times, and then when I would hit with that fatal blow, me and him had them went out, and when I came back, no, we were supposed to go out. But when I came back I was going to get something for the dog, some food or something. So when I came back with the dog food and stuff, I see her there, and I'm like, damn, what's wrong with you? She's like, no. But I'm looking in her eyes, and I'm like, man, something wrong. You tripping. So, but I'm like, damn. So I don't say nothing to her no more. The next day, I'm like, nah, man, you ain't looking right. She leaning over. I'm like, you ain't looking. We going to the urgent care.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, cause she was a person if her toenail get messed up, she going to the doctor.
No.
Everybody coming.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, okay. So we go. She had they were saying that she had, I think, a cyst on her kidney or whatever, however it was, but they were gonna remove it. And I'm like, okay, a week then went by. So about the third week, I'm like, hey man, you looking, this ain't adding up. This ain't adding up, but I'm saying it to her, but I'm backing away because when she telling me like, oh, you trying to get me in the hospital so you gonna want to hang out. I'm like, man, you tripping all the while. I'm like, man, where you get that from? What is you tripping about? So, boom, I'm like, man, you tripping. So one day, I'm like, I ain't taking this no more. I called her mama. I was like, hey, man, boy, we need to get Niecy to the hospital, but she tripping. You know what I'm saying? She tripping. I said, my son with him, he'll make his mama go. I said, you gonna make me call our son. Cause he was, he was out, he was working, but he was working in a different state. He go to different states. So she like, oh, okay. So make a long story short, her mama come get her, take her to the hospital. So I said, I'm coming. I'm gonna feed the dog and I'm gonna cut on the lights and I'm gonna be right behind y'all. So boom, when I get there, everybody come out there, cause she was like the angel for the whole family. Like when she knows somebody, like me and you partners, and she might say, Jimbo came by, and I gave Jimbo 2 cases of them sodas he liked.
Yeah.
I'm like, why you just get a man 2 cases of soda?
Yeah.
Nah, because he always coming to the house and drink them.
Yeah.
So it ain't about him drinking them. He'll like them, so he'll know where to go, and I'm gonna tell him where to go at because they was on sale.
Yeah.
So she was like the person that it don't matter who you is, you be my partner, my friend. You could be anybody, some friend. You could be Rick friend.
Yeah.
All the Rick friends will tell you.
Everybody,
you know what I'm saying? So when I was incarcerated, Rick could come by there, his friend, they'll come by. I ain't feel no kind of way. Sometimes I felt a little some kind of way, but I know who she was as a person. So, back to the situation of her being sick, you know what I'm saying? So boom. The last time we went into the hospital, I'm like, man, you done came in the hospital 2 times, and they ain't telling you nothing. Something don't add up, man. What's going on? It was just me and her mama in there. So she told her mama, she was like, mama, when I get out of there, because I'm hungry, this is what I want you to cook me. I want you to cook me some good lima beans, and I got me some chitlins inside the freezer in the back house already clean. I want this. I want you to cook the whole family, all of us a good meal.
Yeah.
So she was like, oh, Gerald, you hear me? I'm like, yeah, I hear you. So, I'm like, man, she tripping. She tripping, man. Something ain't, in my mind, I'm like, why is real tripping?
No.
You get what I'm saying? So she tell her mom, she like, mama. So mom like, yeah, baby, I'm here. Mother's unconditional love for their kids.
Right.
So she was like, oh, mama, you know I love you, right? She said, you know I love you. She said, baby, I know you love me. That's why I'm going to make sure you have that meal. So she said, mama, wait, Big Gerald. I'm like, what? She said, right there. She was like, Gerald. I was like, that's the only name she going to call me. She ain't finna call me all my nickname, street name, none of that.
No.
She ain't gonna do it. She say, boy, she say, you know I love you, right? I'm like, man, why is you playing right now? Because it was like, yeah, I know you love me, man. What's up?
No.
So she was like, you know I love you, right? I said, yeah, I know you love me, Niecy, man. I love you too. I said, I really do love you too, man. It's going to be all right. Dog, boy. She went to, just laying there, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, damn. So the nurse and all of tell her, oh, y'all could go. It was like it wasn't nothing serious, because ain't nobody talking.
Right.
So we go on home, and Bobby was like, no. I say I'ma stay. I stayed with her. That was before we had that conversation. That was the next day.
Right.
That when she would tell me, oh, mama, you know I love you, this and that. And I'm like, damn, man. Then she just, we went on home. I went to the house. I went and took me a shower. I would lay down. You know what I mean? Old deep pocket.
Yeah.
Boy, look here. What you doing? I said, boy, I'm in the crib. He said, boy, come on with me to camp.
Yeah, I was with you that night when that
Yeah,
happened.
come on with me to camp. So I'm debating now. I'm like, well, damn, if I go to camp, she find out, boy, this shit, it's finna be crucial.
No.
You know what I mean? So, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to camp. So we go to camp. So all that, when we in camp, I'm feeling messed up. I'm like, dang, man, it feel like I'm feeling, I can't, I'm feeling like I'm betraying her, like,
No.
you know what I'm saying? Because you see what walk around in camp.
No.
Oh, you know what I mean? So it really memorizing me. I'm like, man. So boom. So I had my phone. When I see a mama phone number come across her name, so you already know, I say, boy, I'm out of here. So I shoot all the way out where you can't hear no music because I didn't want her mother to feel like you with my daughter and you sick and did what you know what I mean?
Yeah, you party.
Yeah. So you see, when you sneaking and doing something, see how it come to bite you?
No.
You get what I'm saying? And really, you ain't sneaking to do nothing. You just ducking the argument.
Right.
But to make a long story short, I go back. I say, what's up? She hollering and crying on the phone. She said, Niecy, gone. I said, what you mean gone? They called me and told me she passed away. I'm like, what? I said, oh, man. So I come back in there. I say, Slick, I'm out of here, man. He like, what's up, bro? I say, man, I'm gone, man. I say, man, Rail passed away. He say, what? Man, stop. Man. I say, boy, I'm out of here. So I leave. Boom, I go straight to the hospital. You get what I'm saying? I go straight there. Dog, I seen it there, dog. Dog, for the life of me, I say, God. I say, no. I say, this can't be happening to me. That blow was so powerful. That blow was that was the most powerful thing. To me, didn't get no 420 months with the feds.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm like, what the? So we, everybody, So now, this how really I understand how big she was.
Bro.
She had so many people come to her funeral. I'm talking about from players to whatever, hoochie mom, whatever, good, every walk of life of people.
Yeah.
Every walk of life of people, man. You got people still stop by the house and say, man, that was a good lady.
Yeah.
She pick up paper around the neighborhood. Whatever she do, she gonna leave her mark on you.
Yeah.
So, at the funeral and everything, I'm so messed up in the head. It was really like, damn, what I'm gonna do now? Damn, who gonna show me this? What's going on with this? A lot of things.
Yeah.
But she was like, I'm seeing her there in the casket, and I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Everybody who got up to say what they gonna say, then you know how they go to fold the cat. I'm like, hey, hold up, man.
Yeah.
How y'all gonna talk? Y'all to say that I ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
So when I get up, everybody in the church, I was like, whoa. I get up and say, check this out. I I introduce myself. I say a lot of y'all know me as, Big Gerald, being with Niecy, my wife, being with her, and, my son and all that there. I say, but I want to say this. See, a lot of y'all wait till somebody passed away to give them their flowers.
Right.
You gotta give people their flowers now. So now some of y'all got up there, faking the phone, faking for the church. But I know what's up and what's true and what's not.
Right.
But I say me, with her, she was a blessing. And God took that blessing because, it was just her time. I for the life of me, I can't understand it. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes it haunt me. When I go through stuff, I be like, damn, what if Niecy was here, what she would have said? I'd say I probably wouldn't have been doing it. You get what I'm saying? Because she'd have been going off.
It's like she waited for you.
She waited for me.
Yeah.
If she waited for me, them 8 months we spent together,
Yeah.
it was a lot. You get what I'm saying? Then after that, she had, we buried her. I'm like, whoa, what I'm gonna do now? So I'm like, I'm just chilling, just, moving around. But it's always, when I go somewhere, man, I can't believe Rhea passed away.
Yeah.
I'm like, boy, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right.
So then I got in the streets. I started hanging out.
I don't know, man. It was a good interview. Motherfuckers be trying to figure out who the fuck is this nigga? Fuck this old nigga here.
Yeah, but Trick, Trick lace him up all the time. He lace him up. Or D Parks, he gonna lace him up. Yeah. Even you, that's why I was like, man, I had told Slick, I say, Slick, man. I said, man, who that young dude is? Man, that young dude, he got an old soul, boy. Yeah. But he funny acting like a motherfucker. Yeah. I say, boy, he be throwing me, dog. I be like, man, he like, man, that Jimbo cool. It'll fall in place. I said, all right. Yeah. So, we start just mashing up, hanging out.
I done been hurt, so I don't fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
Man,
So, and then, you start mentioning peoples and just like, like with your father-in-law, man. Yeah. He welcomed me to his home through you. And then the crazy part about it, one of his best partners grew up right around the corner from where I grew up from. Yeah. But he mostly was my little brother in them age. Yeah. So when he mentioned him, I say, ask your partner about my name. He gonna tell you.
This should be a line, man. All this shit be a line, man.
Yeah. But y'all, I just like to say this, man, before we close it out. A pig roam the yard. A hog get to the slaughter. When you trying to hog up everything, boy, you going to the slaughterhouse.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.